Excellent. Welcome to Truth in Telecoms on April Fool's Day. Boy, I certainly saw what I thought were quite a few jokes out there. Johnny, how's it going with you?
Maybe tyntec, Twilio, tyntec. Are you kidding? 10 years. This is 10 years for me. None of you people would be hearing from me or even dealing with me if it wasn't for the insanity of tyntec. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be chasing. Although it's kind of worked out for a good reason because we've uncovered the fact that the mobile operators are spamming America on purpose.
Yep.
So in a strange way, I guess my pain of dealing with ancestors of the people in Raiders of the Lost Ark has worked out for me. You know what I mean?
Oh,
great
dear.
movie. Great movie. I don't think anybody knows what I'm talking about, Alan. So you want to see the best movie, one of the best movies of all time, Raiders of the Lost Ark, without question, hands down. The guy that melts, that's a Scipio guy.
But that document you shared on LinkedIn, it was just, whoa, wait a minute. So tyntec are asking people to use Twilio for accessing Peru and Mexico. So it was just, what's going on there?
That's what it says. Well, the Mexico deal. So recently, Thorsten was trying to raise his 25 million, I believe. He was trying to raise 25 million for the prepayment to Mexico. He even asked the former founder, Ralph Kuntz, and they used to hate each other. He's the one that he screwed over when he made a deal with me. It's amazing how these people go to bed, screw each other, come out, like each other, screw each other. It's an unbelievable, an amazing thing that I think it's German thing. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, look, we went through the process with GMS for 14 months, right?
Yep.
So I think Thorsten picked up some pointers, and he had Algeria as a gateway company. They picked up Peru and Mexico, and look, the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act is a serious thing, right?
Yes.
So obviously Twilio's got to make a move somewhere.
Yeah.
Because you just can't keep. So some of these RFPs are above board, whatever.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, involve. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Which is okay in some countries. You got government officials and who you got to do whatever you got to do. But Twilio, look, they could buy tyntec for, like I just said in the post, for less than Jeff Lawson paid on hair products, and he's bald. So to give you a little background, we spent 14 months with GMS.
Yeah.
Scipio and me, although I was getting cash on the deal, I want you to actually put out my agreements that I had with Scipio separate and then with tyntec separate. Okay. I sent it to you because you're copied on the 20-person email chain and the fights back and forth, which are fine. Look, we were willing to do a stock deal. We were willing to take stock in GMS, which most of their employees were in Ukraine. They were getting bombed. That's how bad Scipio wanted to get the hell away from Thorsten. And Thorsten wanted that deal anyhow. We found out at the end of the deal, it was he's just pulling people's pants down and wasted 14 months of GMS's time and money, which, again, I haven't talked to the guys at GMS in a while. They can't be happy about it. But they moved on and they made other deals, and they're an AI company and are where they're going. And but look, it's very, very clear. I was kind of hoping, look, Bird and Robert Viz, you actually need tyntec more than anybody because you don't have the connectivity that you say you have. I did a little not that you say you have, going through other parties. Tyntec's directs with Bird would be huge. And the biggest one, bandwidth. I was hoping to get the attention of bandwidth because tyntec wanted to do something with Voxbone. I don't think bandwidth is really utilizing Voxbone. And with tyntec, they would be off the charts. So look, a deal's not done, but it's very clear that the document says what it is. There's the partnership.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, when you go to bankers, you pull your pants down. When you start off as partners with people and you start to work with them, that's how deals are done. Yeah. Unless you get shook down, like Cineverse shook down Twilio, and Zipwhip shook down Twilio. But here you got Special K, I call him, Cosima, who blocked me, by the way. So I don't know why you're blocking me. I think maybe I hit a nerve when we were talking about the campaign registry discounts you were getting, or what have you, which we still have to get into with Tata.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, it's been a long ride.
Yes.
I mean, this started a long time ago. I mean, when,
Yeah,
as you know, Thorsten was gone and Nicola was fired, and
yeah,
you know, I enabled them to do a management buyout.
Yep.
Didn't want to be involved in messaging business, and now look at me.
I know.
I got the smartest team in the industry, and I told a lawyer the other day, we've got over 300,000 views on YouTube. By the way, we've been taken off YouTube jail. Our last podcast is over a couple thousand, and
massive.
Many likes. We're getting 56 likes, which is unheard of for us. Everybody wants to look, but nobody wants to like on YouTube. Podcast 46 is flying.
Yep.
So we're out of YouTube jail, and we've written messaging monopolies, triopoly pieces, and all these pieces. Not one rebuttal.
Yeah, exactly.
Take that to the jury at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
Still getting ready for the.
I know your audition. The man that gets shot.
for my audition. But yeah, look, this is big news. I mean, Mark Hay, I was going to cry. I was going to call you and cry to you this week. But I mean, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, it looks like, it's a no-brainer for Twilio.
I know, but I mean, it was
literally
actually back to the first podcast, isn't it? Where you mentioned Twilio tyntec
Oh,
tile.
I told Jeff Lawson, you got to buy them.
Yeah.
I mean, look, they got rid of all their international employees. Everybody knows this. They shut down offices.
Yeah.
All they need is a tyntec. Like, it would have been great for Sinch, for Twilio, but what are they going to spend $1 billion for when you could spend and make a really good deal with tyntec?
Yep.
The stock is really undervalued right now. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
But I think that's where we're going. Yep. Who knows? Robert Bird, you better fly around here because you already got crushed on all the campaigns that Twilio got a head start on, and bandwidth. I love your company, love you guys. I mean, you're like my favorite. Just from a company perspective, none of you guys want to talk to me, but that's okay.
You're just trying to get a bidding war going.
Look, the CEO is ex-military, American, North Carolina, good assets. They bought Voxbone for $500+ million.
Yeah.
That's a deal that Thorsten wanted, although he didn't have two nickels to rub together.
Yeah, that was too rich for him for that. But that was just numbers.
Anything.
It was just a numbers registry. It didn't have the connectivity. No.
Look, the Voxbone deal with tyntec, bandwidth, you should get in the middle there, stick your fingers in the sockets on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we got something going on here, which is great for me because nobody talks to me. At the end of the day, I'm not allowed.
You scare people. I keep telling you, you scare people.
No, this is nothing to be scared. But nobody scared anybody here. They're trying to put me in jail. I don't scare anybody at tyntec. At the end of the day, they know what kind of guy I am. Yep. Scipio knows I'm a good guy, but they're about to find out a little bit differently because I'm going to start doing that stuff. It's not about scaring. Truth scares people out.
Exactly.
And people who say the truth.
Yeah.
Right. So you're like biggest truth teller in the industry. So. Are people scared of you? Everybody's trying to don't look, don't post, don't like. So
exactly.
You're the most feared Santa Claus. You're the most feared Santa Claus on the planet.
Bad right Santa.
Now. Speaking of that, I mean, another 200-page lawsuit from Tata.
Oh, it was
and you weren't even there.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know Bill when he was employed at the TCR, and somehow I've got wrangled into this, and then a 184-page document arrives on Friday.
Tata Communications. Look, Tata Group. They own Range Rover.
Yep,
it's a big group. I mean, they're looking to do an IPO with the Tata Group, which is the 4 big companies.
Yep,
Tata Communications is deal with Microsoft. Tata Communications, you were made aware of Bill Peters' complaint. Yep. You decided to listen to a guy named Mark Romeo from Littler, who's an employment lawyer.
Yeah.
Who represents the two guys, because they all tried to frame Bill with the laptop break-in, which is going to come out. And, this is all, the truth always comes out.
Exactly.
Everything is going to come out. But Tata, you really got a problem at the end of it. On top of foreign ownership, on top of the stuff that Czar talks about, You're trying to bury an American Air Force major. I don't think Ratan Tata would go for that.
Yeah,
Mr. CEO of Tata, who I can't even pronounce his name, with like 2,000 letters. But yeah, Tata, you got a problem. You got a problem listening to these people. I mean, why is Mark Romeo, who was the same attorney we had before, that he paid off Bill's first lawyer,
Yes.
and then Bill's second lawyer literally told me, he said, "This is a kangaroo court, Johnny." He broke down because he was like trying to negotiate. Bill's like, "Don't negotiate with them." But it all came from, when we tried to negotiate this deal out.
Yeah.
When Bill notified the company after he was fired, helped the company get cleaned up.
Yes.
Reported the embargo traffic.
Yep.
Sending traffic into Syria. I think they just got bombed. Yemen, Iran, all these different countries, which now Tata can freely run. Because all the guys at Calera, ex-Tyntec guys, they learned from the master. Just like NetNumber. NetNumber's got Dr. Marco LaFrenz. He was the heir apparent to Thorsten.
Yes.
8 years. That's the Dortmund SMS patent mafia, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? So look, the brightest minds in the industry come from Tyntec University.
Yes.
Full stop. But look, it's a breath of fresh air. I think things are coming back. We haven't heard anything on the meth matter. Kind of disappeared. Puja J. I have so much to tell you. I love that. I love that line with her. And but yeah, I look on other news. Next week, FTC, FCC, the mobile operators, CTIA meeting in New York City.
Yes.
I mean, in Washington, D.C. Rumblings around about regulation.
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
Well, it's clear what they should do. It's whether they do it.
Look, lawyers are already scrambling around. I can't tell you how many messages I got. It's the most blatant antitrust case.
Yes.
Ever. This is the biggest sham ever.
Yeah.
Guys, I mean, look, AT&T just data breach. Look at the data breach they just had now.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah, and not just current customers, it's old customers as well. So they were
customers that moved from T-Mobile, that moved from AT&T to T-Mobile. They were T-Mobile, like, hey, we didn't do nothing here.
Exactly.
But 5 years, they didn't even know. It reminds me of the Cineverse hack.
Yes.
Why so Cineverse?
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. 3 years, he still hasn't been. He got his identity stolen. 3 years, he still hasn't been able to clean himself up. No accountability.
Yeah.
Who's responsible? Nothing.
Exactly.
And spam away, robocall away. The whole robocall racket. And Alex from UMail is coming on.
Yeah.
Excellent. The people out there don't understand. There's $1 trillion database, and it's called UMail. Every lawsuit, every TCPA lawsuit at $500 to $1,500 per text or robocall, all that data comes from UMail. You think the operators like UMail? They hate UMail. Actually, I'm surprised they don't buy them. I don't know if they're for sale or anything. And look, Mike Rudolph, he is the voice of,
well, you see him at all the hearings.
He's the guy. He's the guy that's out there. I can't get him on the phone. I don't blame him. But Alex is going to come on. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see if they don't get to him yet, because you've got all the co-conspirators running around. Because guys, you're all complicit. NetNumber, Aegis, all you guys know the campaign registry didn't work. Cineverse had conversations with you when they got rid of Bill, and we haven't even gotten to Richard Cavero yet. You guys know the thing doesn't work.
Yeah.
Now you're trying to cover it up. Now I'm hearing that they put out a note that, we might block unregistered messages.
Yeah, I know.
90-day notice. You know what I mean? So we got to confirm that, but I got it from a good source, a couple of good sources actually. Yeah. And look, a lot of these companies that got hurt.
A lot of money, I mean, that penny for spam, that's earning the ecosystem a fair bit.
It's taken a while. There's no question things are happening, and there's no question, Mr. Alan Quayle, because of what you did, what you started, you gave us a voice, you did the work, you did the investigative work, you pieced it all together. Because, like even on our podcast, I'm all over the place. Some say I'm all over, but you understand me.
But
you're able to decipher.
Yeah, it would be. But Puja, that's the most. It's the short we created where it's like he's been hurt. He suffered. But I believe him. And that's the key. All the lawyers just lined up and said, I believe him. It's the simple.
I've only been hurt by Tyntec. Nobody else has ever hurt me. Nicola Wolfran hurt me because I trusted that woman with my life. And I hurt, she hurt me. I handed over the keys. I did everything for her because I never liked Thorsten from the second I met him. I mean, he's just Thorsten.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember one time meeting with him after he came back from China. He loved it. telling me how China has this, China has that. I'm like, you should move there. At the end, he likes the cameras. He likes all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, he's a weird cat, but brilliant
Well,
at the very least. So
Tyntec University.
Robert Viz, jump in there. Bandwidth, jump in there.
Exactly.
Don't call me, because Doyle Thorson's going to try to tell you is, we'll buy the company and we'll sue Johnny. Well, Thorson, I'm still waiting for you to sue. Alan, put the letter out where I'm supposed to go. Whatever. Yes. They had a judgment against me in Germany. I was getting put in a German jail. So, but look, I think this is a great news. This is a great day. That there's even, like I said, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it from out there. I mean,
absolutely.
Partnership is there. They're funneling everything. And I think Twilio, the new CEO, like I said, so far he's done an amazing job.
Yep.
I don't care if he was there before. He wasn't in charge. So I hear rumblings. If you go to the chat rooms, they're blasting him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he was there, but he wasn't calling the shots.
No, that's right.
Now, a gentleman who I'm gonna name very soon told me that he pushed out Jeff Lawson. I think Jeff Lawson got pushed out. I know he got pushed out by the activist investors, because Moez admitted it. Yes. Moez basically said on LinkedIn, on X,
Twitter. On X. Yeah.
Was it Cineverse? Yes, he liked it. Yeah. That's it. So anybody else who wants to say anything, go to see Moez with his $1 billion hedge fund, who we're not hearing about. I don't know.
That's all gone quiet together. Yeah.
But so, I mean, we got to see what happens over here. We got to start poking. We're not done with the rest of you, but today's a little bit of a celebration. I know it's April Fool's, but documents.
The documents there.
Partnerships don't lie.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens here. And the Twilio investors would be all over that.
Yeah.
They're shareholders. You owe it to your shareholders, Twilio, to bring in the best platform in the industry to handle your international business, because there's a lot of funky stuff going on around the world.
Yes.
And one thing about Tyntec, one thing about Thorson, as much as I dislike him, nobody has cleaner books. Now, AIT, all that other stuff, SS7, they're all doing it. And it's the carriers at the end of the day that enable it. And it is what it is. And the enterprises too. They're all involved in that.
Yeah.
So, but look, we've had a lot of victories. I mean, the FCC stuff with Bill that I'm putting out there. But Tata, what are you guys doing over there?
Yeah.
Can somebody call Ratan Tata? Can somebody call because your guys at Tata Communications, first of all, you don't even know what you bought. You still don't even know what a dog you bought. The only profitable company was the campaign registry, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And it's the biggest sham ever.
Mm-hmm.
And they bought MGage, which they overpaid $140 million for.
Yeah.
And then they have the embargo traffic and all the shenanigans. I mean, Calera got kicked out of Ireland.
Yes.
But owned the United States campaign registry. I want you to understand that. And the business in India was all upside down. And it's funny, you can't find anything. But yeah, I mean, Bill Peters, Alan Quayle has now been sued. I mean, that must have cost $100,000 just what they sent you with the amount of hours and work. Because these guys are, and Mark Romeo, if you're out there, you told our last lawyer from Hunt and Kurth, oh, you need to bill as much as you can before Tata comes in. But somehow you stayed. You know why they kept him? Because he was in on the frame job.
Yeah, exactly.
So they got to keep it. You know, you got, if he goes, then what is Soren and the guys over there going to do about the cover up?
Yeah,
which is going to come out, guys. I hear that, like I said, they're at Mobile World Congress telling everybody, please buy us from Tata. Buy what? And the guys at AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, the three amigos, they're kind of screwed, because the guys at the campaign registry, if they drop dime on them, they're done, which we don't even need them to, because there's so many people in the industry. You guys are colluding without the CTIA, which was created for one reason, to make sure you don't collude.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yep.
And they were sued many years ago too, and it got paid off. Big suit. Guy down in DC.
Gotcha. Okay.
But go Tyntec. Go Tyntec. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. I'm just happy that I have hope.
Exactly.
Look, the deal makes sense.
No, I agree wholeheartedly.
It just makes sense. Although, I'd like to see Bird. I'd love to see Bandwidth. Bandwidth's my number one choice, period. Because Bandwidth, look at the price, the assets, the customers, and what Tyntec can do internationally with Bandwidth, with the Voxbone asset, lights out. You have enough Bandwidth. You buy Tyntec, you guys will be $5 billion market cap within 2 years.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. You guys are banging into each other and trying to figure out and fighting everything. And look, it's hard to find people.
Yeah.
I think they are at X Connect. They're launching now.
Enterprise Connect. Yeah.
They're launching some new stuff.
Yes.
I think Ken Huron was working with them on launching some stuff. I briefly talked to him. He said, launching some great stuff, working with them on it. So Bandwidth, get on the bandwagon.
Yep.
Get in there. Put your fingers in there. And Tata, you're next. We're gonna start banging you because there's just no way. You were aware. You were made aware. What are you gonna say? We didn't know? Air Force Major. American veterans. I don't think Range Rover or owners in America are going to like to hear that. You're really on the wrong side of this.
Yeah.
So you need to pay attention. Come talk to us. We'll tell you. We'll all talk to you. But you got to ditch the loser. He's an employment lawyer, Mark Romeo from Littler. These are treacherous people. And what I've learned the last 14 months, 15 months, is just how weak employees are. And how one-sided it is. I mean, you got to go out. If you get wrongfully terminated, you got to go out and spend 6 figures to defend yourself for getting destroyed. It is so unfair. I mean, where are the people on this? We can't be the only one. Yeah. But that's another case study in itself. I mean, that's a whole nother world that we need to bring attention on.
Yeah.
And you got any words to say, Alan?
Well, all I can say is your post this morning, it was just like, ooh, wow. It was like Johnny finally has a path to a buyer for Tyntec.
Look, somebody sent me that. And I kind of knew something was going on because, look, Dorsey's smart. And I know GMS had a thing going with Twilio, and then Twilio is going to go play with Tyntec. Because I know they're not playing with everybody else like that.
No.
Sinch ain't saying, "Hey, Twilio, come in." That ain't happening. Infobit ain't doing it.
Nope.
I mean, we won the Euro deal years ago. You can Google it, and it was announced. And Nicola was in Qatar, and they won this Euro deal. And all of a sudden, bang, comes in Infobit steals it.
Exactly.
Which is still the only people that Thorsten's afraid of. So when we were going to sell the company, Thorsten had 2 names on the list, people he wouldn't sell to. The number 1 was Calera because he knew how much of a joke they were. Yeah. And number 2 was Infobip. He would not sell to Infobip.
Interesting.
He was terrified of them.
Gotcha.
You mentioned his name. It's such nonsense, though. Yes. It's such a nonsense. I grew up with Croatians. They're rough. They're smart. They outsmart everybody. You think JP Morgan would invest in them?
Exactly.
Do you realize the level of diligence that One Equity Partners, they hire top CFOs? So I hear all kinds of things, but it's nonsense.
Exactly.
That to me is all nonsense. But what's not nonsense is what's going on with these payments and the laws that we have in the U.S.
Yes.
And the world has changed. And, Tata, Calera.
Yeah.
We're not done with you, but today's kind of a big victory day. And Meth, everybody's hiding over there. What's going on? No letters. They're dancing with the czar. What happened?
Yeah,
I don't know.
We'll see. I think it's
Puja Masi. We still love our queenie. No way that girl flies across the country.
Oh yeah.
Look at her work as an attorney.
Exactly.
Look at her work. Listen to her. Listen to her break down cases.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
She wants to come out there. And Dario lied right on the screen. He lied right on the video.
Yeah.
I mean, really. She said she was too busy. That never happened.
Yep. And they shared all the communication they've had. So it's all out there for people to read. But
you're all complicit. All you guys are complicit. You're all complicit. You're all complicit. You all know. You all know that we're being spammed on purpose in this country. Yes. And you're aware of it. And you're keeping your mouth shut. And I don't blame some of these people. They have jobs, they have companies, they don't want to lose it. I get so many private messages like, I can't like it, but man, I love what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
I mean, you got it too. How many people at Express Connect
Oh yeah,
were
Enterprise Connect. We're basically sharing they support us wholeheartedly in what we're doing.
and
It's
look, I
just
mean,
can't be done publicly.
look, at the end of the day, Czar put this thing out about law firms and YouTube following.
Yeah,
Nobody's got a bigger following than us in telecom. MEP's got what, 440 members following it.
yeah,
Like these other people are doing that because we're coming out there, we're doing something different, we're telling the truth. Alan Quayle is the king of hackers, and here's the place to be, TAD Summit. We may have to start like an organization, but then we got to deal with all the insanity. But they should at least come to us if they want to do like code of conduct, and even UCA put something out earlier
Uku,
about
yeah,
the registry of meth. UCA told me that registry of meth is a joke.
yeah.
Okay, it's a spreadsheet, it's a PDF file. Right? It's good enough. Oh, it's good enough. No, it's not.
No.
And Ira Cohen came in there and made some comments on it. So
Oh,
we'll see if Uka, you coming back or what, Uka? We getting him back?
Well,
He let you know?
it's Easter break, so I'm waiting till later this week, and I'm going to be hassling lots of people because we've got, especially in the TAD Summit Innovators, I'm hoping to get some of the winners from TAD Summit on as well, so we get some new blood presenting what they've been getting up to. Because
let's roll it.
Absolutely, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun few weeks where we get sort of fresh, new ideas, cutting through all the. I mean, Enterprise Connect was so much AI washing, and it was so nice to see that young team using the Strollid, redaction capabilities.
Listen, we got to get Strollid on here. We got to get him back on again.
Yes,
with their companies, our number one podcast, our number one supporter.
Absolutely,
with Thomas and Vinny and what they built over there, real revenues.
Oh, yes, that would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, you can copy paste that thing. I mean, it's just an amazing company.
Yeah,
a Strollid. We got the innovators that come here. In our last podcast, I don't really want to talk about because I'm trying to get my hands on that guy. I mean, that's your friend there.
Oh yes, Robert Wakeling, known him for a long time now. Oh, it's a great company.
What a lights out company he is.
Yeah.
Lights out. He's gotten a couple thousand viewers.
Oh yeah, again.
Yeah.
It's driving up. I mean, it's showing people.
And you got to have a technical mind. I mean, anybody can pretty much listen to us because we're animated and we're telling stuff. But you start listening to innovators. I mean, Bird had 5,000.
Yeah.
On there. So you look at Summit, we're growing.
Yep. Absolutely.
Out of YouTube jail. Just don't talk about things we shouldn't be talking about.
Exactly. But I think also there might have been.
We're censoring ourselves now, guys, regarding things we're not supposed to say. But there will be a time when we go on X and go just guns a blaring.
Oh,
that time's coming soon.
Yeah, I know.
Alan may not. He may not come with me on that one. He won't be able to edit me.
Yeah, exactly. That's half the problem. But cool. No, this is great. It was so. Because you've been trying to sell Tyntec for so long on the podcast.
10 years. What do you mean? Everybody's design.
That.
I tried to sell it to Cineverse. I literally tried to sell it back to Cineverse. They were like, "You're kidding, right?" You know what I mean?
I know.
I was like in the bars. Hey, I got a Tyntec. I got a watch here. I got Tyntec. Want to buy Tyntec? Great company, but you're really buying Thorson. And the truth is, the guy Kozima, CFO background, he brings in a guy like Tyntec. He brings in Tyntec. They take over the world.
I agree.
Watch out, guys.
Yeah.
Watch out. You let Thorson loose, you guys, big mistake.
Exactly.
Big mistake letting him loose with Twilio. It'd be over.
Exactly. And with that,
the news comes, we go.
Exactly. That's a nice way to sign off.
Let's see what happens.
See you soon.